Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something completely different from my usual content, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I've been inspired by Gilly Kube's amazing art, and I'll link her channel in the description box below. So be sure to check her channel out and her amazing videos and her art. We'll be putting a fun twist on acrylic paint pouring today by using plexiglass instead of a canvas. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about what you're going to need for this project. First, we have our pouring medium. I'm using Deco Art pouring medium, but you can use any brand you want. And just a disclaimer, I have not used any pouring medium, so we're going to learn together. There are instructions on the back. It says begin mixing using these basic ratio guidelines and adjust until mixture is thin enough to flow easily off of surface when poured. Fluid acrylics is 2:1 paint to pouring medium. Craft acrylics, which is what I have, so that will be 1:1 paint to pouring medium. So, yep, I'm using just regular craft acrylics. So we're going to do about 1:1. And as I stated, you'll need some paints. I have a ton of acrylic paints that I want to use up. Use the colors you want. I do have quite a few of what I thought would be like fall-like colors. And I have some white. I do have black because we're going to do some stenciling. You also need something to protect your surface. I just have a doggy pad or a puppy pad that I've laid down. One of the key elements of this project is aluminum foil, and I have crinkled it up. The aluminum foil should be just a bit larger than your plexiglass. I am going for a farmhouse touch. I'm going to be adding a cow and sheep stencil. And that's why I have the black paint, and all I have is a chalk paint. Chalk paints are known to be able to adhere to almost anything. I hope that I can get it to adhere to the plexiglass really well. I have a cow stencil and a sheep stencil. You're going to need some gloves because this could get messy. To get started, we're going to remove the backing pieces from the plexiglass. Before I get started, I do want to show you, I tested out the technique with my grandchildren, and this was, I don't want you to see the light. There we go. Wow. See if I can get closer here. Because it is plexiglass, it's going to reflect. Maybe if I go like this. This is my granddaughter's Melody's, and you can kind of see, hopefully, she ended up with what looked like a fox's face. Completely unintentional. But this is the front, the shiny piece, and then this is where they poured the paint. My grandson took his home, but how neat is that? So I wanted to show you that. We don't know how mine are going to turn out. My plexiglass pieces are 10 by 13. My friend Kathy gave me a stack of these when I was doing art prints. I would use this instead of glass. And all we need to do is we're going to remove one side And then this backing sheet just peels right off. So we have one. And we'll peel off the other sheet as well. If you can get the corner going, you're good to go. But otherwise, this was really stuck on there. There we go. We will remove the other backing sheet once everything is dry. I don't want to get any paint on what's going to be the front. I guess you could call this a reverse art piece. I think what intrigues me about this art technique is that you don't know what you're going to get. We have both of our art pieces. Mine will be landscape. We will just put the stencils on each one. You can measure if you'd like. I'm just going to place them on there because these are small enough. I made mine are like 5 inches, I believe. Let's try this. All right, we have the cow on there. I ran out of stencil paper, so I had to use vinyl for this stencil. It's very sticky. I don't really like to use vinyl for stenciling, but you have to use what you have, right? We got it, guys. There's the sheep. And here's the cow. Now we're ready for the gloves. I was looking for some sponge dabbers. So I think what we'll use is just a brush. We'll just brush it on. Shake this really good. We're just painting the cow and the sheep black. Easy peasy. We're going to set these aside. My idea was that I would remove this stencil. I will do the paint pouring on top from the aluminum foil. Where the black is will not get poured on, or it will not have colors from the pour. I know I'm not explaining that correctly, but we're going to set those aside to dry. Now we need to prepare some paints. I think what I'll do is I'll put out some cups. These are all I had. These are from when the grandkids had their lemonade stand. So we're going to go with this. I already lost one. Yes, that goes in there perfect. So we'll do 2 in each. I told you this could be messy. When the grandkids did theirs, it was so exciting just to see what you would get. Every piece is going to be different. And when I saw Gilly do the aluminum foil, I knew that was right up our alley. I needed to take a break from sewing, so this is perfect. Sometimes you got to try new things, right? I just have some popsicle sticks, and we'll just start adding paints. This one is a rose gold metallic, so that might be like a special touch. I'm just going to kind of eyeball. It should be able to pour out. There's that one. A pretty purple. And my consistency is like this. Now, I don't believe for plexiglass, we want it so that it's drippy, but more of a yogurt consistency, and I think that will do it. Let's try some fall colors. We have burnt orange, oh yes. Some flag red. That one is really, really bright. I may add a little black in there to tone it down. I do like bright colors, and I'm just stirring it in the cup. Much better. This is called Sunflower. You have to try new things, right? It keeps our minds fresh. And if we look all around us, there's inspiration everywhere. I love Gilly's art. It is so pretty. We had to do some burnt umber. Let's try this pretty hunter green. I am not measuring. I'm just doing the squirt in there and just going by the texture. And it is dripping. Again, I don't want it so fluid that it goes right off of the plexiglass. It's not like a canvas where it can soak in. This one is a burnt orange. If we have leftover from doing 2 plexiglasses, you can simply get out some cardstock and lay that on the paint so you're not wasting any paint. This one is called Coffee Grounds. It's like a nutmeg, like a brown. So we're going to use some of that. It looks like chocolate. But this one, it might be okay. Let's see what we haven't used. And we have Award Blue. We have a little bit of everything. That is really, really bright. which is fine. I think we do need a pop of brightness. If I need white, I will mix some white, or I'll just sprinkle it on top. Since our paints are ready, you'll just take and pour them onto the aluminum foil in a whimsical, fun manner. Be carefree about it. There's no wrong way to do it. You just have to have fun. So I'm going to save the metallic till last, I think. And we're just going to go, we want lines. And hopefully you can see that. I'm just making lines. And just go through your paints. And hopefully you can see that. And I don't know that I am experienced enough yet to do the pour. Maybe. But you just want lines. But make it your own. Have fun with this. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm seeing fall vibes already. I think I'm going to move some of that around. Don't really want blobs. We did that one. Let's add some brown in here. The aluminum foil is also going to give it some texture. I was thinking on the plexiglass, maybe I should have tried putting Mod Podge on or something like a sealant or something to absorb the paint. This is like amazing. Yeah, this orange is a little thick, which is fine. Here comes the green. This was the coffee grounds. Like a brown. Now when I did it with my grandkids, we didn't have a medium. We just put the paint on the aluminum foil. So it will be interesting to see how this turns out. And then I will just put some white on sporadically. We are ready. Isn't that spectacular? Or is it just a mess? Let me grab one of our plexiglass pieces. Here is the stencil. Now we're ready to put this down. Are we ready? Onto the aluminum foil and just press as much as you want. I'm just using my hands, applying some pressure. Now I'm going to take one corner and lift gently. Look how beautiful. And here is a special trick that Gilly uses. I'll try to show you here. She will take a balloon, put it in your hand as such. I know it's hard to see. And she calls it a kiss. And it's not doing much on this one. Oh, yes, it is. So you just give it kisses. And you can see where I was missing around here. But what I can do is, once I remove this backing, I could paint. Once this all dries, I could paint white over it, but I think I'll leave it. We need to put this aside to dry. And here's the sheep. And I think we'll want to replenish. I forgot to use the rose gold on the last one, but I think I can add it. All right, so let's just give a refresh here. And I'm just kind of flickering, and I think that's what I should have done to start with. Like flickering like this. And it seems to be going in the lines that I wanted. All the colors again. I really like this yellow, this muted yellow in here. Yeah, you have to move your wrist. And then you'll get lines, and just kind of tap the stick. So, so pretty and so simple. Now let's try a little rose gold. Get a little metallic going in there instead of the white. I think that is, yeah, there we go. Now we're ready to put down our sheep. It is going down. Press with the hands. We're going to carefully lift. This one is really beautiful as well. Look at all the beautiful colors. We'll give it a few kisses. And yeah, see, so I think I need more aluminum foil, but I'm happy with it. Now I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the kisses on the other side. We won't know till we do that reveal. Here's this. So we need to let this dry so we can take off the backing and do that reveal. But I'm really just loving this. So let's let these dry. I will be back once these are dry. We'll peel off the back and do a reveal. I'm so excited. What do you think? Are you going to try this? This is about 24 hours later. And look what we have. Isn't that pretty? I have not removed the back. Here's this one. What I'm going to do next is, I think you can see where the brown is. That's our backing. What I want to do is pour some of this Waverly ink chalk paint. I did mix some with the pouring medium. I want to go around and drip some black in those areas around the edge. I'm not sure about this, but we're going to try it. I'm just going to take and drip just around the edges. I want somewhat of a border. I'm not worried if I have some blank spaces because it is clear plexiglass. I think I could have put a little bit more pouring medium in here. Around here, we'll put some. Then we're going to try what I saw on some of Gilly's tutorials. Is she took a straw, I just have a paper straw here, and kind of blew around the paint. I'm not sure if it's going to work because I'm not sure if I've mixed enough of this in there. Let's give it a shot. It worked a little bit. Then what I wanted to do is I still have some of the rose gold that we used. And then I just want to go through on the edges and add some of that. We'll put some of this right in the center of these black blobs. Get some rose gold on the edge. Here's some blank spots. Right on the edge here. Anywhere where there's blank spots. We'll take our straw again and go around and try to blow some of this around. Maybe put a little black in here. Okay, and then we'll take our balloon, just do some kisses, kind of blend things in on the edges. That is really pretty. It gives a nice framing. Go around this one. And I believe that most of our edges are covered now. Let me just be sure. Here's a few spots peeking. And keep in mind, we won't know what the other side will present from what we've done on this side. All right, let me see if I can show you a close-up. There we go. Look how pretty. All right, what we have to do now is let this dry, and I'll be back to do the reveal. All right, our border is dry, and I really want to show you what this side looks like if I can get a good focus. It is a hot mess. Don't come after me because this is my first time. And I'm doing it on acrylic and not canvas. So we got to try it, right? I think the colors are just so pretty. The next thing we have to do is we'll get rid of these. We are going to attempt to remove the back. And we don't know what that's going to look like. So, and this is why I left the back on. See all my messy paints? There is our sheep. I'm sorry for the reflection. I'm thinking that I might add some matte Mod Podge to the front. There's a good picture of it. Lots of color. Maybe not so primitive, but unique. And you can see the edges. You could add words before you do the pouring. Just try different colors. Let's try the second one. That is our cow. I guess we could call this reverse paint pouring, right? And I'm not sure how I will hang these. Maybe just hot glue some jute to the back and hang it. If you have any ideas for that, just let me know. And here comes the cow. This backing is hard to get off. was hard. And there's the cow. I know it's really hard to see. I'll try to take some photos and put them at the end for you. And here's the back. And here's the front. So you could actually switch them out if you wanted, right? You'll have dual art pieces. Okay, which one is your favorite? And will you be trying this? And if you don't have plexiglass, tape up the ends of some glass that you have left over from frames and use that. Use whatever you have. These were all leftover paints. Here's the back of this one. So they're both really pretty, right? Let me see if I can get some better pictures to share with you at the end. I hope you had fun trying out this twist on acrylic paint pouring with me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends or someone you think might enjoy a new twist on acrylic paint pouring. And until the next video, God bless.